Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Steve Blair Gold. I hope everything is going well for you. Today I want to share with you all of the books that I read in 2021. Each year I have a goal to read 52 books. I have my handy dandy reading log right here. So you can go back and check a couple of the videos where I talk about this. You can see where it's coming from. This one I've had for a couple of years. This was from 2020 to 2021. But I'm just going to tell you guys the books that I read in 2021. I don't have them in any particular type of order. That is what I'm going to work on this year. And I want to record them all in order, the start date, stop date. I don't think I read any hardcover books. So all of the books were ebooks and or audiobooks. I start the year out with making an overall list. At the beginning of last year, I started off, I think I have at least 1 or 2 TBRs from February, March, and April. And then I sort of fell off. I'm going to tell you guys, it was a rough year last year. So I want to get to the point in my life that no matter what happens, no matter what situation, that I can still stay focused. And I know that's hard. It's easier said than done. But anyway, it was just that type of year. I'll put those videos of the TBRs in the description box and you guys can check that out. Okay guys, so I'm going to start with my first book. I actually do have the date right here. So the first book that I read, I started January 6th of 21, The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. Awesome book, I loved it. It says I finished on January 26th. I went a couple of weeks without reading it. Okay, so that one. And then I started January 28th, The Miracle Morning for Writers by Hal Elrod. And it's with Steve Scott and Honoree Corder. All right, and that was the audiobook. This is the third book. I started January 30th, Unlocked by T.D. Jakes. All right. All right, so now let's go forward. See, those were mixed up on the pages. And right here, you guys, I did have a list of all the books to be read for 2021. And as you can see, I have quite a few check marks, but I didn't finish the list. So the next book that I read, Dream It, Pen It, Live It, Unlock Your Vision. And that's by Terry Savelle Foy. That was really good. It's all about vision boards and doing them and how to focus and how to make your vision boards. It's a really great book. I really enjoyed it. And then this one, Sin City Temptation. And it's a Commodities Hotties Forever My Lady by Sharon C. Cooper. Loved it. And so this one I read is called Rebel by Beverly Jenkins. And that was from the Women Who Dare series. Loved it. Very good. Historical. It's like a historical fiction. That was on my Nook reader. And then I read Intimate Negotiations by Nikki Knight. And that was from my Kindle text-to-speech book. It says I started February 10th and I finished it on the 11th. Honey, it was good. I think I was washing clothes and I had that just reading and listening to it. It was awesome. I loved it. And I listened to this audiobook, An Accidental Affair by Eric Jerome Dickey. Next, this was a really good book. I really like this. Write, Publish, Repeat by Sean M. Platt and Johnny Trent with David Wright. Well, this was a really good book and it's to help me in my writing journey. And that's one of those books that I can read to really keep me motivated. Next is Once Ghosted, Twice Shy by Alyssa Cole. And this was an excellent book. If you want to read something that's different and it's going to give you a different perspective on things. And this is Educated by Tara Westover, by Tara. I don't know how she pronounces it. I'm sorry. Tara. It's a 12-hour book. It's awesome. This was an audiobook. It's read by Julia Whalen. Beautiful Demons by Sarah Cannon. She's an indie author here on this platform. This was a set. This is the Shadow Demons series. And then I read Inner Demons. This is book 2 of the series. And then Bitter Demons, book 3. I had a couple of movie tickets in here. One of them is pretty old, though. This one's pretty old. When I went to the movies, like I just happened to find it somewhere in an old purse from September 12th, 2015, The Perfect Guy. And then this one is this Next Door that I saw in June. In August, I saw Respect. Back to books. I ended up making 2 pages for Write, Publish, Repeat because I didn't know the first page. I was hurrying to do this in my log and I just wrote it down, but I like this page better. What do you think? And then I read Your Best Year Ever by Michael Hyatt. Very good tips. He talks about in his book, Thinking Backwards. This is another book that you want to read to help you to reach your goals. I started May 21st. And okay, here it comes, you guys. It's a 15-book series. I can't even speak today. I'm sorry. And this is by Kimberla. Let me open it up. Lawson Roby. And she has 3 pages, honey. This series is called the Reverend Curtis Black series. It says I started reading this May 26 and I finished in June. That's this part, but later I didn't finish really the series until almost the end of this year. And it's based on, honey, just centered around a pastor and his family and the church and all the stuff that goes on. Plenty drama and happiness and sadness, and whew, it was awesome. Okay, book 1, Casting the First Stone. Book 2, Too Much of a Good Thing. Book 3, The Best Kept Secret. Book 4, Love and Lies. Book 5, Sin No More. Book 6, The Best of Everything. Book 7, Be Careful What You Pray For. Book 8, Love, Honor, and Betray. See, I started that one back in November 2nd. Then The Reverend's Wife, Book 9. Book 10, A House Divided. Book 11, The Prodigal Son. Honey, that, woo, you guys, if you want to like a good series and want some good drama, but it's real life stuff that happens, this is the series. Book 12, The Ultimate Betrayal. Book 13, A Sinful Calling. Book 14, Sin of a Woman. Now this book I read with my church group in 2020. The book was so good. I was looking online and found out it was a series. So that's why I went back and read the entire series. It's the first time I've ever read a series this long. Book 15, Better Late Than Never. Wow. That's all I want to say. You guys start with book 1 and you'll see. She really wrapped that story up. It just went on and on it was just beautiful, and like I said, it's got some stuff you'd be like, what? Yeah. And then I listened to Atomic Habits by James Clear. I started it Sunday, August 22nd. I couldn't really get through that one because I probably should have bought the book. I can listen to books that goes from text to speech, but this one I saw online, honey, it was like too robotic, and it was like, so it took me forever to try to get through it, but I got through it. This has some really great points. And then this, every year I told myself for the rest of my life, I want to read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. So I did do it. I started January 2nd and finished December 29th at 12:15 a.m. And I read this year the NIV version. That's the New International Version. And then I already had told myself for 2022, I was going to read the Amplified version. But I figured out the Amplified version is not on the app that I use. It doesn't speak to me. So it takes me a little bit longer because I do like listening to it, but I do follow along and make notes and everything. You guys can go watch that other video of me with my Christian planner. Anyway, right now I'm reading the King James Version. And then when I do go back and study, I go and look at the Amplified. All right. So that's how I ended the year. My goal was 52, but you guys, I fell short again. I haven't made that 52 yet. Now, I'm not including articles that I read, little magazine articles, things I read that come up online and I read. I said I was going to do that, but I didn't keep up. That takes a long time because I read a lot of stuff online. So I'm just focusing on the book. I didn't make my quota. So I finished at 32. I listen to my Nook reader. I listen to Kindle, sometimes on my phone. And then I listen to books on Chirp and then Audible. So I'm going to keep the same goal, 52 books. I could do it. All right. I know I can. It got really rough in the middle of last year. Okay. So the middle all the way to the end. That is at 32. I'm happy for that, So let me tell you, I'll have a little sneak preview here of the books that I'm going to be reading. I had to get my Kindle. The name of the book that I started is called The 100,000 Kingdoms. And it's by N.K. Jemisin. But I did also last Sunday start, so I was reading 2 books. I also started Rachel Hollis's Girl Wash Your Face. So I'm on track now, you guys. You guys wish me luck. And here's something else. I'm going to add a couple of magazines. And I purchased these magazines before the end of the year. So this is a Life magazine. I thought it was just so intriguing and it's so awesome. And I love stuff like this. It's going to be reading like a bunch of mini little biographies and 100 people who changed the world. I'm going to count this as a book. Let me see. Oh yeah, that writing's so small. And then I got this one, my favorite, The Spidey Man. It's by Hollywood Spotlight, The Ultimate Guide. So I want to check that out. I'm going to count this as a book as well. This one has mostly pictures and stuff. It's okay. It's still got a lot of reading. So that's just a little sneak peek. I will have TBRs here on my channel, so I'll let you know what I'm reading. That's 4 books right there. So I have to come up with some more books from January to March. So I'll do like 4 quarters. But any reviews or any comments that I will have them on my website. So you guys can check it out over there at dblairgoldbooks.com. I'm really trying to force myself to get over there and write more and get some vlogs out. Now, I mentioned this to someone else and they was like, oh, I read 154 books. All right, that is so cool. I'm not that fast of a reader because even though I listen to the books on audio, sometimes I sit and I'm reading along with it and stuff. And sometimes I have to back it up and re-listen to it again. And anyway, you know, I want to get a better understanding. Say, they said what? Or they did what? Anyway, that's my goal, okay, 52. So I'm not comparing myself to anyone. I have to reach this goal this year. Every Sunday, I want to start a new book. Do you guys have a reading goal for 2022? Please let me know about it. Put it down in the comment section and let's discuss. Let's see. I want to see what you guys are reading also. That would be great. I said I won't do book reviews, but if I have a guest on here on my channel or something and they have a book, of course, I'll pump up their book or let them talk about their book, okay? But I'm just saying my own personal reading list. Let me tell you also about this. Hopefully I'll have a video coming soon with my reading log because I have a new one. I had a bunch of pages left from this and I cut them out and I'm going to repurpose those pages and use them for something else. I don't like waste papers. And this one, I'm going to take a video picture of it and keep so I'll have it. And then I'll offer it to my granddaughter. You know, it's just like a little journal and maybe she could see some of the books I like or get a deeper insight on grandmama. I don't know. I love books and everything, but when I have books and planners and everything, it just gets too much sometimes. All right, guys. I hope you guys like this video. Please, if you have any questions or anything, just ask me in the comment section. I'll try to answer you as best I can. If you like, give me a like, please, and subscribe to my channel. And feel free to share with anyone that is interested in my channel. I'll be doing writing vlogs, TBRs. I'll have guest spots. We'll do productivity sprints and everything. And also, you guys, keep a lookout. Go on over to Twitch and join me. It's at dblairgold. Just type it in. It should pop up. I haven't done a first showing over there yet, but I will soon. And that will be just more of a hangout place that I'll be doing crafts, games. All right? I would love to have you. That is all I have for you today. I will see you guys in my next video. Later, Gators.